G'day creative friends, it's Gwen and I'm back today with another scrapbooking process video. Today's share is for Cut to You and I'm going to be using the Jen Hadfield The Avenue collection for this one. It's another outdoorsy photo that I'm documenting today, and I did specifically buy this collection to do photos just like this one. So going ahead with my plan to do that, I am using a cut file for my title. So I think this one's called Adventure Begins. I'll leave a description in the I'll leave a link in the description box below. And I've cut it out nice and large, and I'm going to position it towards the bottom of my layout. I have also gone ahead off camera and backed it. I've chosen quite a dark pattern paper for this one. I was a little bit worried about how well it would be able to be read, so I was aware of making sure that it was nice and clear because it's the title for my page. So I chose a dark pattern paper for that, and then I've used that same dark pattern paper as the edge for my layout and to back my photo. I've also popped some foam tape behind my photo there, and I actually use two types of foam tape for this very reason. So I have a thinner one that I like to use on the back of cut files. It's from Bunnings, a hardware store here in Australia. And then for my photos, I actually have a slightly thicker one. It's probably half the thickness again. So in this case, the photo does sit ever so slightly higher than the title on the layout, and that foam tape I get from, it's actually like a foam sheet. It's Kids Craft, and that one I get from Spotlight. It's not in the scrapbooking section, but it's actually in with all of the kids crafting bits and pieces. So at this point in the layout, I have locked down my title. It's in position, and I know that my photo is going to nestle in beside the words and sit on top of adventure. When I was actually making this cut file, I had this plan in mind. It was intended, that's why the and, the so, and the that are not centered on the cut file. I made it so that you could have a spot to put your photo when you use it, and that would run kind of down the edge and along the bottom of your photo, just like I have it here. So now I get to do the fun thing. So that's my two largest elements. So I am going to find a couple of larger floral die cuts. This collection has a bunch of them, and they're all really, really beautiful. I knew I would love using them. So I do find a couple there. The plan is to have a large embellishment cluster in the top left-hand corner of my photo, and then another one on the right-hand side of my photo. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about the way that the eye would travel around the page. And I have mentioned previously, naturally, because we read, as humans we read, your eye will just automatically want to go left to right. It's just sort of its natural flow. So I'm actually just working with that for this layout, and I think that's why it came together even more quickly and easily than normal, because it just made sense to have an embellishment cluster at the top above the word and there that would, like, I would naturally want to go to the left first. It sees the title and reads the title, which it, again, you just subconsciously want to do that. And then there's a embellishment cluster on the right hand side to finish that off. It's like a full stop. And I just found, that the flow of this page just happened. Seriously, I think this one took me maybe half an hour. I think it probably took longer to choose the elements and to back the cut file and do all that boring kind of prep work than it did to, choose the elements for the page. I do find quite a few really fun elements for this one, and it does end up going on a bit of a car theme, which fits the photo. That element piece there, that banner says, "Enjoy your ride." And I did find that cute little, see the car there on the right? And I was going through the embellishment pack and I saw that and I thought, you know what? I'm not sure that there's going to be many other photos that I take of the car. Like there might be, because we do a lot of four-wheel driving, so 4x4 off-track driving. But I don't know. I've just gotten to a place where if it works, it's going on the page. I'm not going to save it for a someday layout. It's going to go on today's layout. So I thought it was actually really fun. The other thing that was a real winner for me was you'll notice that the car is driving in towards the center of the page. So that's how I like elements. If there's like little creatures or birds, I like them flying in towards the center of the page or traveling towards the center of the page. So as soon as I noticed that it was actually in the right direction, I was like, that little car is going on to my layout. Part of me was like, oh, but it's not a four-wheel drive. Does it fit? Is it really about, off-roading? No, it's not. But it's a car, and there's a picture of a car in my photo, and that is good enough. I am calling that good enough. I did notice too that the lady driving that car looks a lot like me, which I think is fun. Things are getting serious because I am gluing stuff down. To be honest, this layout was so refreshing. It's been a little while since I've made something that just almost fell together, and this layout certainly did. So yeah, it was really, really nice. I do find a couple of other elements. One, that little banner piece up there near where I'm working says life is lovely, and then the one above the photo directly just says together, so it kind of goes life is lovely together and then enjoy the ride, so they all kind of flow. And I do find the cute little bird piece. I was going to go with the butterflies, but I had a bit of a moment. It was throwing me a little bit the scale of the elements in this collection. So the butterfly was giant compared to the car, and I just felt that the bird was at a better ratio. It probably wouldn't have mattered. And I think, I thought I could use the butterfly more easily on lots of different pages, whereas the bird seemed a little more specific. I don't know. So that's how I roll. I went with a bird, and yeah. So now that we've got largest done, middle size embellishments done, key elements locked in, I do fill out the layout with a couple more smaller details, including that cute little floral piece that I put in the O in so. And then, yes, I had this little gap here, and I wasn't sure initially what to put there until I found this little guy. Isn't he cute? And he just, I don't know, he was like he was meant to fit there. As soon as I placed him, I was like, yes, he's so cute. Perfect spot. I'm going to finish up the page here with a couple of gold hearts. These ones are Maggie Holmes from my stash. And that will finish up everything. Thank you so much for joining me, my creative friends. If you like the way that I scrapbook or the way that I chat about the way that I scrapbook, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye.